Good afternoon, my awesome friends. Yesterday I received a beautiful happy mail with a lot of goodies in it, but this Frida paper caught my eye. And I hope you're going to enjoy what I'm going to do with this. It is so pretty. I actually thought I want to fussy cut it out and use it in an unusual way rather than utilizing the whole page in a project. So let's have a look. I studied the pictures quite well, and I'm only going to cut out one Frida to use, I think. And I encourage you to think out the box. You know, often we kind of get stuck in a rut. My first instinct was, oh, this would make such a pretty journal page. But then I thought, no, let's see if we can make something prettier. I'm very untidily cutting this out. I'll tidy it up now. So there's one Frida, and I kind of like this Frida with the yellow, so I'm going to cut her out as well. And obviously I could have done this all behind the scenes, but I thought, why should I hide all the fussy cutting? And let's see. I quite like this Frida with the yellow. So let's just get that out. Okay, so I've cut those two out, and now to just trim them properly. It's much easier to use very small sharp scissors. These are embroidery scissors and they work fantastically. And it makes quite a difference also to fussy cut as neatly as you can. So years ago, I went to art class with a very talented artist friend, and we had to do Frida. And it was sort of a collage class with a little bit of painting on it and everything. And I did my Frida painting, and everyone thought it was amazing, but I thought it was the ugliest thing I'd ever seen. And then I came home and I showed my husband, and he said, it's so ugly, it looks like the paint wants to run off the canvas. So that really made my day. And the following day, my housekeeper came into work and she said, oh, that painting is so beautiful. And I said, well, you can have it. And so Frida's gracing my housekeeper's wall now. But yes, painting is not my talent. But we make do with what we have, and we create beautiful things anyway. I really think it's important that beginners in any kind of art form are encouraged and not criticized or mocked. You know, we were all beginners once, and it's important for us to build one another up. I think in any area of our lives, we should always be building people up. Okie dokie. Nearly finished. Trim this piece. So it's a little bit of a grey day here in the garden route today. We're very grateful for the rain. And I'm not sure if I want that red piece there, so I'm going to trim the red piece off, I think. I think it detracts from the overall picture. So how does that look? Cute. A little touch of red there that I want to get rid of. Okay. All right, so we have our lovely Frida, and I went to a friend's house the other day, and I sneezed, and she gave me the most beautiful piece of, or most beautiful tissue. I said to her, no, I'll rather use toilet paper, but can I take the tissue home? Because I thought, oh, this is gorgeous and will look really nice on a ATC. So I've had this for probably about 2 weeks, and when I saw Frida, I thought, I know exactly what's going to go with Frida because she loves flowers. So here we go. I am going to use some ordinary stick glue. Just looking for my piece of card. I have absolutely no idea where I hid it. So we'll have to use our book. I don't want to glue up my craft mat. Make sure you put your stick glue right to the edges. Okay, all done. And we're making a little ATC. I think I'd like to have a little bit of that blue flower. So place the glued side down. Use a credit card. And then I want to show you a really cute trick. Using a nail file, emery board, we are just going to tear the edges. This is so much easier than trying to cut. So look how cute that is. And don't you agree? Okay, just to mention that obviously I'm using this buff colored card, but if you use white card, the white of the tissue will be much brighter, but I quite like this. Otherwise, alternatively, you can paint your card with white gesso or white acrylic if you would like this to be brighter, but I kind of like the subdued look. I'm not sure how you feel. So here we have our beautiful Frida, and I think we're going to stick her right at the top like that. Pardon me, I am not sick. I'm just living in a thatched house and I'm allergic to grasses, so that doesn't help much. Pardon me, and sometimes the allergies are just worse than normal. We've now put our Frida there in. I love the background we have, the flowers for Frida. Oh, my apologies, now I've just got a tickle. And then obviously my go-to whenever I'm doing any project is to put a little border. I'm honestly going to draw this with a ballpoint pen. Just a little border. Finishes off everything. And I must admit that in my Happy Mail group, one of the ladies said to me, show us what you're going to do with Frida. So I thought, okay. Oh, excuse me. This is what I'm doing with Frida. Oh, and I don't have any water nearby. Excuse me, guys, just having a lozenge before I choke myself to death on camera. But anyway, so there's our one Frida card, and we're going to do the other one now. So if I don't talk a lot, you just can follow me. Let's fussy cut this Frida out a little bit neater. Always easier to turn your picture than turn your scissors. So I must tell you that for me, any kind of creating is really therapy for my soul. especially when a person is feeling stressed. It is so good to be grounded and to do something with your hands. Even if it is a menial thing like fussy cutting, it can be very therapeutic, and honestly, I believe that it is a way that we can sort of get our minds quiet, because there's just so much noise out there these days. And we're inclined to get sucked into all the negativity around us. And the past month has been really difficult. You know, lots of sadness around me. It's hard not to get stuck in your head. So here's a shout out to everyone struggling, and I'm sure nearly all of us are in some way or the other. Just get up and clean your craft area if you don't feel like doing anything. If you've lost your mojo, just tidy up one craft drawer of supplies. And if you see something you haven't used in a while, think, oh, let's try using that. And even if you just play with it for 10 minutes, make something today. This Frida is actually very pretty, but very finicky to cut out. Lots of little zigzag corners, but I think it will look lovely. So I must admit, as much as I love the bright things of Frida, and I truly think she is an inspirational artist to so many, through her pain and her illness, she just continued to inspire people. I'm not really drawn to emulating her in any way. I guess I'm a bit shy for that. She was a bold and colourful woman with an amazing talent. So once again, that's also a lesson for us. You know, we are all different, and you should never minimize your artistic ability. We were all beginners once, and, you know, let's just encourage one another. Okay, so we finished this Frida. Same process. My glue book. I apologize if the lighting is a bit dim today, but if I put the big lights on, it's just too reflective and lots of shadows, so it's better for me to work in the natural light. And here we go again. Such a beautiful napkin. Smooth it down. Don't be too hard, because then you tear your napkin like I did there. Smooth it down with my fingernail. Okay. And okay, so there we've got our second little ATC covered with a tissue. I think I'm going to stick Frida in the middle. There are two lovely little Frida cards. The only thing missing is we need some form of sentiment or something to stick on there. And as much as I love all the packets of sentiments you can find, it's often not easy to access them, especially when we're in South Africa. So I am going through a magazine that I have on my desk. It's actually the one that I used earlier to glue with, and let's see what we can find to use as a sentiment. And this is a really good way to, once again, use what you have. Oh, I see something really cute here. And it's amazing. I spent hours cutting out sentiments from a magazine so that I would have them available on the day. But I find it too difficult to find one that I want when there's too many. Whereas if you page through a book, you usually find something you like anyway. And I mean, how appropriate is that? Give someone a sunflower. So, trimmed it. It's not perfect. And give someone a sunflower. And look at this. It says grow. And I'm going to put it right there. Slide that down a bit. Perfect. And now to outline the second one here, just with a little border. And I think that's all I have for Frida today. What do you think? I think they are actually, oopsie, pretty beautiful. Have an awesome day and show me what you can do with a paper napkin and some pictures. It doesn't have to be Frida, it can be flowers, a boat, whatever you can find. Fussy cut them out and use a magazine for a sentiment. Have fun, and I hope you enjoyed that.